Students, today we will discuss about some more chemical reactions of aldehyde and ketones. So the first reaction about aldehyde and ketone is as we were talking about the nucleophilic addition. So the next reaction in this nucleophilic addition category is the addition of alcohol to the aldehyde and ketones. We know that alcohols are weak nucleophiles, so we require acid catalyst to promote their nucleophilic addition, right, to the C double bond O, that is the carbonyl group of the aldehyde and ketones. The alcohol addition, the nucleophilic addition of the alcohols to the aldehyde and ketones will produce acetal through formation of hemiacetal in case of aldehyde, and similarly the addition of alcohols to the ketones will produce ketal. The formation of acetal and ketal is very important in organic synthesis because they act to protect the carbonyl group in different type of reactions. In the subsequent slides I will discuss that how we can use acetal and ketals as a protecting group, how we can use this particular reaction to protect a particular group for other reaction, so that selective reaction can be done on a particular surface and one particular functional group can be intact from the reaction. So formation of acetal by reaction of alcohol with this aldehyde and ketal in the form of ketone, right? So this is your cyclohexanone. When this cyclohexanone react with the methanol in presence of hydrogen chloride HCl as a catalyst, this will form cyclohexanone dimethyl acetal. This will be synthesized in that case. Now the mechanism for the reaction is it must be catalyzed by the acid. So the mechanism involve initial protonation of the carbonyl oxygen, and when initial protonation of the carbonyl oxygen begins, there will be a positive charge on the oxygen, and when positive charge appear in this particular oxygen, this is called as a protonated activated ketone and protonated activated aldehyde in case of aldehyde. So the electron from this particular bond will shift it towards the oxygen, which make this particular carbon, that is a carbonyl carbon, more electrophilic in its nature. So a positive charge will appear at that carbon atom, and now at this particular positive carbon the alcoholic oxygen will attack with its lone pair of electron to this particular C positive, right? And after formation of this one, this will form OH positive, and finally another molecule of alcohol will abstract the H positive from this one and will form hemiacetal. That is, a single OR group has been attached with the aldehyde or ketone to the carbonyl center. So after formation of this hemiacetal, the hemiacetal will get converted into acetal. That is, the further addition will happen. And how this further addition will happen? Because now we are having OCH3 group attached to this particular carbon, and we are also having OH group. So there will be again protonation, and this oxygen with its lone pair of electron will attack on the H positive and will form OH2 positive, and now water molecule will be eliminated from this one, and after a removal of water molecule, this will again converted into a carbocation, means the carbon bearing the positive charge. And formation of this carbocation is how we can say that carbocation has been synthesized, because this particular carbocation is resonance stabilized, and when resonance stabilization occur to this particular carbocation, this carbocation will become stabilized, and that's why the carbocation has been synthesized in this particular reaction, right? So after formation of this particular carbocation, this carbocation will now react with another molecule of alcohol, that is methanol in our case. So oxygen along with this lone pair of electron will attack on the C positive, and after attacking on this one, again it will have a hydrogen attached with that one and positive charge on the oxygen. Now another molecule of this particular alcohol will now abstract H positive from this complex, and it will get converted into complete acetal, means that particular carbonyl carbon bearing C double bond O, that will be having nucleophilic addition of two molecules of the alcohol, and complete formation of acetal will takes place at this particular aldehyde or ketone surface. For example, this is your acetal, that was a complete reaction with alcohol. Now if we did hydrolysis on this particular acetal, on hydrolysis the acetal will again get converted into the aldehyde or the ketones, means the carbonyl carbon, the carbonyl group will again be generated, and that's why it can be regenerated into their original functional group. So this is the beauty of this reaction, that we can convert our C double bond O into acetal, and again acetal can get converted into C double bond O. So basically this reaction is reversible in its nature, and again acetal on hydrolysis will produce this particular aldehyde or ketone, and again it will be catalyzed by acid, right? Now that was a case of acyclic system. The same case can be applied in case of cyclic, means we can also get the cyclic acetals. And when we can get the cyclic acetals, if we are having this particular type of the alcohol. For example, this is our ethylene glycol, and in ethylene glycol we are having two hydroxyl group attached on the adjacent carbon atom. These are the two adjacent carbon atom to which the two hydroxyl groups are attached. So first it will form the hemiacetal, and after that it will get converted into acetal. So this is particularly a cyclic acetal that have been prepared, that have been synthesized by using a compound, a kind of alcohol that will contain two hydroxyl groups attached on the adjacent positions. So here we are taking ethylene glycol as our alcohol, and this is our benzaldehyde. So this cyclic acetal will be synthesized in that case. Now I was talking about the importance of this reaction. The importance of this reaction is that it can be used for protection of a particular functional group. And how that functional group can be protected? The protection of the functional group basically is that a particular alcohol will react with a particular carbonyl group, and that particular carbonyl group will get converted into acetal. After that we can carry out some type of reaction on the remaining molecule, and the remaining functional group will get converted into the desired product. After formation of the desired product, we can convert back the acetal into the particular carbonyl group. So in this case we can protect our carbonyl group from a particular reaction. Means we can carry out a specific reaction or a selective reaction on the carbonyl surface. For example, this is the case, right? We know that this particular molecule is containing two carbonyl groups. This is one carbonyl group and this is another carbonyl group. This is aldehydic moiety and this one is ketonic moiety. We know that aldehydes are more reactive as comparison to ketone. So this particular molecule is allowed to react with this particular alcohol. When it is allowed to react with this particular alcohol, this is basically a diol. When diol react, so out of these two carbonyl groups, one which is more reactive will react with the diol. So we know that aldehydes are more reactive, so it will react with the diol, and this reaction will convert this particular carbonyl group into acetal. So this is a cyclic acetal that have been synthesized during the course of reaction. Now we can carry out further reaction. For example, we want to convert this particular carbonyl carbon into alcoholic group, means we want to reduce it. So if we carry out the reduction on the initially taken substrate, this was the initially taken substrate, at that time reduction will happen at both the carbonyl center, but we want to selectively reduce this particular carbonyl carbon. So we have converted this carbonyl carbon into acetal, so there will be no reaction with this particular center. So the reaction will happen only on this particular carbonyl group, and this carbonyl group by reduction will get converted into alcohol. Now what will happen? Now we will hydrolyze it, and on hydrolysis this particular acetal will get converted into carbonyl group. So it will generate the carbonyl group. So we have selectively reduced one of the carbonyl group, remaining behind the another carbonyl group by using this reaction. So this is the beauty of this reaction, that we can allow to react a particular carbonyl group with the alcohol, and that will be converted into acetal, and after that we can carry out the remaining reaction, and that will convert it into the desired product. So this is the reaction that can be carried out, and this is synthetically very important reaction. So the important point about the reaction is that it must be catalyzed by the acid, and then if we are having only a single molecule of alcohol, then hemiacetal will be synthesized. So the alcohol should be used in excess quantity so that acetal can be synthesized. And the third one is that as we know that the reactivity of aldehydes are more as comparison to ketones. So generally ketones react with the dihydric alcohols. They have very less reactivity in case of monohydric alcohols. They generally react with dihydric alcohols and form cyclic ketals instead of acetals. So this is the important point about the reaction. Now the next reaction in this sequence is the nucleophilic addition of the Grignard reagent or similar other reagents like organolithium reagents to the carbonyl compounds. This is again synthetically very important reaction, and in this case if we allowed to react the aldehyde or ketone with Grignard reagent or the organolithium reagent, followed by their acidic hydrolysis, will convert the aldehyde or ketones into alcohols. So depending upon the type of aldehyde or ketones, we can obtain a different type of aldehyde and ketones, like different type of alcohols, like primary, secondary or tertiary. As we know that this is a case of center C double bond O. At that time, how it will react, the mechanism of the reaction, that addition of Grignard reagent, is that first of all there will be interaction between the lone pair of oxygen with the Mgx. We know that R is here carrying the electron pair, so R negative, and it will form Mgx positive. So it will interact with this one, making this carbon more electrophilic. So nucleophilic attack on this particular carbonyl carbon will be enhanced, so it will be catalyzed. So R negative will attack on this particular carbonyl carbon and will form a tetrahedral type of intermediate, and this is your tetrahedral intermediate. And finally this tetrahedral intermediate will get converted into the alcohol. This is alcohol on hydrolysis. So on hydrolysis this will form the alcohol. Now which alcohol will be synthesized, that will depend upon the type of aldehyde or ketones we have selected. For example, in this reaction we have taken the formaldehyde, and this is our ethyl magnesium bromide. So in this case, this particular CH3CH2 negative, this group will attack on the carbonyl carbon, and this will lead to this kind of tetrahedral intermediate, and this tetrahedral intermediate will generate the alcohol. So basically we are getting propanol, and this is a primary alcohol. So by taking the formaldehyde we can get primary alcohol. If we take aldehyde other than formaldehyde, for example, in our example we have taken propanol, and it is allowed to react with methyl magnesium bromide. So on reaction with methyl magnesium bromide, with the same mechanism, it will form this tetrahedral intermediate, which upon hydrolysis will get converted into 2-butanol, and this is basically a secondary alcohol, right? So if we take aldehyde other than formaldehyde, at that time secondary alcohol will be synthesized. Similarly, if we use ketone instead of aldehydes, and that ketone is allowed to react with ethyl magnesium halide, ethyl magnesium bromide, or any Grignard reagent, then with the same mechanism it will get converted into the intermediate, which upon subsequent hydrolysis will get converted into a tertiary alcohol. So primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols can be synthesized by using different type of aldehyde and ketones, and when they allowed to react with the Grignard reagent or the organolithium reagent, they will get converted into alcohols. So this is the case that addition of Grignard reagent to the aldehyde and ketones. Now we come to the hydride addition. Hydride addition means the reaction of aldehyde and ketones with metal hydrides, that may include the lithium aluminium hydride and sodium borohydride, right? So the lithium aluminium hydride and sodium borohydride, they generally transfer the hydride to the carbonyl carbon and generally reduce the carbonyl group into alcohol. For example, this is a reaction. So in a typical reaction, we are having BH4 negative, and that BH4 negative will shift one of hydride to this particular carbonyl carbon, right, and will form this intermediate, and this intermediate on subsequent hydrolysis will get converted into the alcohol. So here we are having ketone. So ketone on reaction with this particular NaBH4 is getting converted into this particular alcohol. So alcohol can be synthesized by this hydride addition reaction followed by hydrolysis. So the reaction can be carried out by using lithium aluminum hydride and sodium borohydride. So this is our formaldehyde. Formaldehyde on reaction with lithium aluminum hydride in presence of dry ether or sodium borohydride and followed by acidic hydrolysis will get converted into methanol. Similarly, if we are having aldehyde other than formaldehyde and same reaction is being carried out on aldehyde other than formaldehyde, it will get converted into a primary alcohol. And if we use ketone, at that time we will get secondary alcohol as the product. So in this case, we can obtain methanol if we use formaldehyde, and if we use aldehyde, then primary alcohol will be synthesized, and if we use ketone, at that time secondary alcohol will be synthesized. In contrast to the previous reaction, that is the addition of Grignard reagent or organolithium reagent to the aldehyde or ketones, if we use ketone in that reaction, there was a possibility of formation of tertiary alcohol, but here we are getting secondary alcohol, right? So here are some more examples, like this is your sodium borohydride NaBH4, and primary alcohol is being synthesized, and this is your ketone, a secondary alcohol is being synthesized on that particular surface. So this reaction is basically a nucleophilic addition reaction in which hydride is migrated from metal hydrides to the carbonyl carbon and followed by the acidic hydrolysis, right? This is another reaction, and this particular reaction is called as a catalytic hydrogenation, and this catalytic hydrogenation is generally being carried out and widely used in industries, right? That is, industrial preparation of alcohol is being carried out by using catalytic hydrogenation of the aldehyde or the ketones, right? In this, we generally use Ren nickel, and this is a finely divided nickel powder, and that nickel powder is saturated with the hydrogen gas, right? So in case of catalytic hydrogenation, we generally use Ren nickel, and in presence of Ren nickel, the C double bond O, that is the carbonyl group, is converted into alcohol, and the beauty of this reaction is that the yield is very excellent in that case. So this is this process is mostly used in industries, that is the industrial preparation of the alcohol, right? Now the beauty of the reaction is that you can see the substrate here, and when you will see the substrate, at that time you can see that here you are having a double bond and here you are having a carbonyl carbon. So in case of Ren nickel, the first you can see that the final product is this one, and there is an intermediate product also, and this is the intermediate, in which first of all the Ren nickel attack on this carbon-carbon multiple bond. So first of all, double bond will get reduced to carbon-carbon single bond, and then there will be further attack on the carbonyl carbon. So it will reduce the double bond as well as the carbonyl carbon and will get converted into this particular alcohol. So this is also the beauty of this reaction, that it form this particular type of compound. So if we discuss about the summary of today's reaction is that first of all, the reaction of the aldehyde and ketones with alcohol, that is again the nucleophilic addition reaction, in which we get the acetals and we get the cyclic acetals, in which we can protect our carbonyl group for the further reaction. That was the beauty of that reaction. Then the nucleophilic addition of aldehyde and ketones with the Grignard reagent or the organolithium reagent, followed by the acidic hydrolysis, is a key step to convert the aldehyde and ketones into alcohols. Similarly, we have studied the hydride transfer by using the metal hydrides NaBH4 and lithium aluminum hydrides that convert again the aldehyde and ketones into primary and secondary alcohols. And then the catalytic hydrogenation, means catalytic reduction reaction, by using the Raney nickel, which first of all attack on the carbon-carbon double bond, followed by attack on the carbon oxygen double bond, and will convert them into alcohols. So that's all about today's lecture. Tomorrow we will discuss some more chemical reactions of aldehyde and ketones.